Howdy, howdy. Patrick and Kate, we're back here for day 4 of the Amazon Selling Masterclass, and I am stoked. Hopefully you are as well. Thank you very much for joining me this full week of training. I've been throwing at you a brand new concept mixed with the expertise of selling on Amazon, which has been going on for years now, for people who have been figuring out a way in e-commerce to really thrive and, take advantage of the largest channel on the planet, right? Amazon.com. Okay. But this week I've added a twist to it, and that is selling on Amazon.com for massive profits, but doing so by making a difference at the same time, by doing it more climate friendly. Okay. So we are here at day 4 called More Green, More Dollars. And this day 4 is kind of finishing up the whole series here, and I'm just going to get right into it because we got a lot to cover today. I've been trying to keep it right around an hour, a little over an hour all week. Real quick, if you have not watched the replays or you missed some of the live streams, feel free to go to that concierge page. I've been blasting you with emails, keeping you up to date with what's going on every single day. We had a break yesterday, but the prior 3 days are available on the concierge page, and you can go ahead and check that out. And just you can always click at the on the top menu. There's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Click on any day you want to go to, and it'll take you to that day, and you can see the replay. And you can also download slides. And on the home page of the concierge page, there is bonuses. I've been uploading bonus after bonus after bonus of training material. Okay. All right. Let's get busy into this. All right. We're on day 4. Tap into Amazon programs and earn big dollars. Right. Today, it's going to be all about Amazon's climate forward programs and how they can ensure that your products blast onto page 1, bestseller status for massive profits. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to join the Amazon Selling Masters and make your climate forward selling goals your real future. Okay. Recap from yesterday. I talked all about building an earth forward brand so you can crush your competition. So it was focusing on brand. And then I talked about finding the best products and, especially green products. Okay. And what that entails. Okay. So we're talking about making a difference with your brand, your products. And then lastly, I talked about with your business practices. And part of that was talking up the outdoors with your brand story and product listings and so on and so forth. So it was really all about how we make a difference with our Amazon business yesterday. That's what we went really thoroughly deep into. Okay. So, and that's what that looked like yesterday, right? Making a difference with your brand, 3 things there, 4 on your products, and 3 things to focus on in your business practices. If you hone in on that bottom one there, the enroll in the Master Climate Friendly program. One second. I'm just going to make sure that we have audio. I forgot to check it as soon as I got in here because I know the first day I tuned in with you guys and started to talk, and 3 minutes and 12 seconds went by and there was no audio. The mic I was using was not working for us. So I just confirmed we are live. Okay, cool. So tune into that bottom, that last component of making a difference with your business practices. Enroll in Amazon climate friendly programs. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. This is with the secret sauce. I'm getting you the secret sauce. All right. You want to figure out how to make a difference selling on Amazon.com, which is unlike 99.999% of the other sellers out there. There's a 0.001% who are taking advantage of climate friendly programs on Amazon. One of the main contenders there is Amazon.com themselves, right? I brought that up in recent days. So what you want to do is enroll in those climate friendly programs. And that's what we're talking about today, right? And which comes through in making a difference in your brand, right? Use sustainable materials. Well, guess what? When we use sustainable materials, it's going to help us to be able to enroll in the Amazon climate friendly programs. Okay. When we use friendly materials, reduce packaging size, and create more efficient products there on the right, we're going to be able to enroll in Amazon climate friendly programs. All right. So these highlighted yellow things here, we're able to get those things done, and we can capitalize on getting those things done to make a difference in our business on the planet. And we can capitalize on those by, enabling us to enroll in the climate friendly programs. So that's what I'm going to be explaining today. Okay. I'm going to be explaining that to you today. All right. So we're reintroducing today what I introduced on Friday, day 3, and that was the Amazon Climate Pledge Friendly program. Okay. So it's been 2 years. It's been running for 2 years on Amazon. They launched it in September 2020. Right now it is fall, coming up on winter of 2022. And I am here to tell you that the Climate Pledge Friendly program has been growing and growing, but it's not growing. It's still so unknown. And that's why this is such an amazing opportunity. Okay. So they partnered with trusted third-party certifications and created our own certifications, which was Compact by Design and now pre-owned certified, to highlight products that meet sustainability standards and help preserve the natural world. They say, we are committed to building a sustainable business for our customers and the planet. They're talking about your business, okay? Because their business includes us third-party sellers selling on their platform, which is their business, okay? So their business includes our business, right? So whenever they're talking about their business, that includes us, all right? So this is what it looks like on Amazon when you products and brands that get the Climate Pledge Friendly badge, okay? So while searching for products on Amazon, you'll see the Climate Pledge Friendly label on eligible products, right? And you can see it there. There's a whole Climate Pledge Friendly gifts section. I got a catalog the other day that was the Amazon toy catalog for the upcoming holiday season. And I was thumbing through there, and guess what? They had a page. They had a page for climate friendly products. And I suspect, you could take this to the bank. You can get a hold of me 1 year from now if you get that catalog and it does not have at least 5 pages of climate pledge friendly. So it's a 100-page catalog. It had 1 page in there now. That's how few sellers are taking advantage of it, but it's getting space in their catalog that they printed out and sent to millions of people, right? They may have sent that to hundreds of millions of people because there's 170 million Prime shoppers on Amazon. Okay. I don't know how I got the catalog. Maybe I signed up to get it. Don't remember. I don't remember signing up to get it. So maybe it comes to all Amazon Prime shoppers. Maybe it's anybody who's been ordering anything to do with children, right? Because it's a toy catalog. So maybe anybody who's ordered any toys or anything for younger people, they send the catalog out to. Well, they took up space in that with an entire page or 2 of climate pledge friendly products. Okay. So they also have space on the Amazon.com website. As you can see here on the left, with climate pledge friendly gifts, right? There's other places in the catalog that is dedicated just to climate pledge friendly stuff. They've gone out on Google and who knows where else, and they're pitching the climate pledge friendly products. Okay. When you search for any product, you can see, as I searched for Band-Aids here, this picture here in the lower right, I searched for Band-Aids, and as you can see here, the first couple that popped up on this page, and these are the sponsored ads at the top. The first couple are climate pledge friendly, and as you can see here, that one on the left there, that purple one, featured from our brands. You see how it's got that climate pledge friendly stamp on it? Look what it says below that. Exclusive to Amazon, right? They're saying, hey, only this product is only available on Amazon. And guess what? It's climate pledge friendly as well. Now, the buying public is starting to understand what climate pledge friendly is. You can understand just by reading the words that climate pledge friendly means something to do with the climate, helping the climate, being climate friendly, right? I know the climate pledge friendly phrase is a little clunky, but I've been saying it now for a number of months and I'm getting used to it. Okay. So are the customers. I'm amazed all the time at how used to those of us in the world that are consuming content and going out and being introduced to new phrases and new terms, how quickly we get used to the goofiest things, right? For example, my kid watches YouTube channels, as I do as well, but one of them he likes is, I didn't even know how to say the channel for the first few months he was watching these videos, and I was watching them with him because I'm into it. It's D Almighty, and it's spelled DALMYD. D Almighty. D Almighty. And you look at that. Well, first time I saw that channel name, I was like, "What? I don't even know what that is." It's like a book. It's just some letters mixed together. Dulmid is how you actually pronounce it. Dulmid, right? And once I figured out after a while it was D Almighty, now I just know it and I see it, and that's it. The guy has 13 million subscribers. I mean, I don't know if you know anything about YouTube channels, but that is a lot of subscribers. Okay, 13 million subscribers. The guy's got an empire now. I mean, he's making millions a year with his YouTube channel. He does great things, by the way. If you want to go check out a cool YouTube channel, they mostly what they do is they search underwater for cool things like treasures. And if they find anything that they can trace it back to the person it belongs to, they find them and they give it back to him. It's fantastic. And he's always picking up garbage out of the ocean. So I support that guy because he is a climate friendly fella, right? He is helping people bring awareness to the oceans. Actually, that's one of his big things. And he's cleaning up the oceans as he's filming his YouTube channel videos. It's awesome. So D Almighty, go check him out. It's fun to watch. It really is fun to watch. I watch it with Kodiak, my 8-year-old. Good stuff. The point being that we get used to these phrases and these new terms out there. We become used to them after a while when they start to mean something to us. So as this climate pledge friendly badge starts to mean something to people as they're buying these products that are successfully doing what we're telling them we're going to do, which is be climate friendly in our business, in our brand, in our product that they're buying, and in our business practices, then that term climate pledge friendly is going to mean something to people, and it's going to be roll right off your tongue, right? So you can see that badge all over the Amazon channel. So that's in the main search there. You can see it on both those two, the purple and the first Band-Aid listing there. And then when you get into, if you click into a listing, you can see it right in the listing underneath the title, underneath the stars, and you can see it there on the left. I got the arrows pointed to it. And then if you scroll down, right, scroll down the page underneath the description, typically you will see or above the description there on the lower right hand. I took a screenshot. It'll tell you climate pledge friendly, uses sustainability certifications to highlight products that support our commitment to help preserve the natural world. Time is fleeting. Learn more. So you can click there and you can go see more products. But they're telling us right there below it, the product certification that it got to become climate pledge friendly was the Compact by Design certified by Amazon. Okay. I'm going to explain this more to you here in a second. But that is, so they're blasting the product pages with the logo and the climate pledge friendly badge if you've earned it, if you've obtained it, right? Okay. What is Amazon doing with their brands to be climate pledge friendly, right? What are they doing with their brands to actually get that stamp? So consider this. If Amazon created an entire brand, which they did, called Amazon Aware, and it revolves around their climate pledge friendly program. Okay, and you can see this brand here. This didn't exist, a few months ago. This didn't exist last year. I'm pretty sure that this was new 2022, may have been late 2021, but Everyday Essentials, consciously created, right? This entire brand was started by Amazon.com. Remember, they sell about 12 million products out of the 355 million that are on the Amazon.com channel. Okay. So some of those products they have they're rolling out with the Amazon Aware brand. It's exclusively devoted to products that are Climate Pledge friendly certified. They made a whole brand evolving around Climate Pledge friendly products. Now, guess what I'm suggesting we do? Okay. I've been suggesting leading up to it for days now, hours and hours of training for you. I've been leading to this right here. If Amazon created this entire brand, Amazon Aware, that evolves around the Climate Pledge friendly badge, then one, customers are asking for it, because that's true for anything Amazon does. They only do things that the customers ask for, okay, or that they know the customers are going to want and need and are going to grab a hold of it. So it's all about the customer with Amazon. Remember, that's Jeff's core value. His core value of starting the company was the customers always first. Put the customers, give them their seat at the table, right? So if they're creating a brand evolving around Climate Pledge friendly, then the customers are asking for it. And two, it's probably going to be very profitable, because everything Amazon.com does is very profitable. Okay. That's what they maximize. They focus on those two things: customers and profitability. And now they're bringing being climate friendly into it. So this brand, I say we do the same thing. I say you create a brand that focuses on being Climate Pledge friendly, and you're going to win. Okay. Just like Amazon always wins. You're going to win for you. You're going to win for the planet. You're going to win for your kids, your grandkids, just the whole way of life here on Earth. You're going to be winning for them just merely by creating a brand that is supporting this Climate Pledge friendly idea, this program. All right. I know it's a big tell there. It's a big statement. But in all honesty, if I've hopefully done my job this week, I've been able to show you how this is a true statement I just made. Okay. So it's still very new. It's a still very new opportunity for us. And I shared this the other day. As of September 14th, 2022, I looked up men's shirts, okay, on Amazon. Now, it's hard to obtain how many men's shirts listings there are. Let's see, I could probably go to Market Tracker inside of Helium 10 and maybe find out. But when you go search men's shirts in Amazon, it will tell you on the front page up there at the upper left where it says 29 results. If I just search men's shirts and don't click on Climate Pledge friendly like I did here in this picture, it would have said, I think it said something like 1 to 16 or 1 to 48 of over 2,000, right? Something like that. The numbers it tells you in the upper left when you search something, they're not telling you how many total. They're telling you, okay, here's 1 to 48 of at least 2,000 of them, right? So I don't know how many total men's shirts listings there are on Amazon, but there's probably over 10,000. Okay. Of those 10,000, let's say, even if it's only 1,000, only 29 of them are Climate Pledge friendly. That is a very small percentage, right? So if it's 29 and there's only 1,000, then that's less than 3% are Climate Pledge friendly. But when you look at those, the top of the page, look who's got the two of the top 3 listings. Amazon Essentials with their Climate Pledge friendly badge, and Amazon Aware with their Climate Pledge friendly badge. So Amazon is becoming very prominent and really putting to use their Climate Pledge friendly badge. Now, of course, Amazon's approved to be Climate Pledge friendly, not because they just give their stuff the badge. They have to keep legitimacy to that badge, to that certification. And so they have to pass the tests that it requires to get that badge, right? So these 2 shirts here pass that test. All right. So how do we qualify for Climate Pledge friendly? Well, now there's the $1 million question. It could literally quite be the $1 million question, right? How do we qualify for Climate Pledge friendly, Patrick? You've been telling me all about it. You've been telling me how Amazon's doing it. Well, how do they do it? How do we do it? 2 ways. 1, you can either obtain Amazon's Compact by Design certification, which is a certification that they themselves created. Or number 2, you can obtain one of many, and there's 36 last I counted recently, other Climate Pledge friendly certifications. And when I say other certifications, they're certifications that have been approved by Amazon to, if you get one of those, then you can become Climate Pledge friendly. You can get that certification. Okay. If you get one of these other ones, then you can become Climate Pledge friendly certified. So let's talk about the first one, Compact by Design. This is a program that Amazon created themselves. It's their own certification. So you could say there's 37 different certifications. You just have to get one of them to be Climate Pledge friendly. Okay. One of those 37. Well, the one that Amazon created to be one of those 37 is Compact by Design. Compact by Design helps customers discover more sustainable products. It's all about helping customers. You see how they put customers right in the phrase of that? Helping customers discover more sustainable products, right? Everything I told you yesterday with how to develop your products, your brand, and your business practices to make a difference, that was all about how to help our customers buy more sustainable products. Okay. So they've created this Compact by Design to help customers discover more sustainable products. I'm going to keep repeating that because it's going to keep repeating itself on the channel and the platform, and it's going to keep growing. Okay. Because customers are going to be buying more and more and more and more sustainable products. Mark my words, it's already happening, folks. In fact, it's already happened. We just haven't gotten fully there yet because nobody is doing what I'm teaching you how to do. Okay. Well, very few are. And the ones that are reaping the benefits. All right. We created Compact by Design to identify products that, while they may not always look very different, have a better design. Okay. So as you can see here, they might be less packaging, like waterless technology, right? And I explained this day before yesterday. Waterless technology. So in other words, instead of shipping stuff around the world where you filled it full of water in China and you shipped the water across the United States and then you gave it to people in the United States who have water coming out of their tap that they could have added themselves, just make it the concentrate, ship it over, and the concentrate arrives at the customer's house and they put the water, add the water to it themselves, right? Could be smaller packaging, could be less size of packaging, less size of the bottle itself. Okay. So different ways, but it mostly evolves around the design of the actual product and the container that holds the product. Okay. All right. So from Amazon, are you guys ready for this mouthful? To qualify for Compact by Design, products must have best-in-class unit efficiency. We used product attributes such as item package dimensions, item weight, and the number of units to calculate the unit efficiency of a product. It's standardized across product categories such as fluid ounces and cleaners, loads and laundry detergent, ounces and coffee. What they're doing is they came up with this unit efficiency. Unit efficiency is calculated as cubed volume per unit times the weight per unit. So it allows us to calculate the volume and weight utilization for the number of units a product delivers. Oh my gosh. So if your unit efficiency is better than the category threshold, then you qualify for Compact by Design. And then you get to be a part of Climate Pledge Friendly. See that? Calculations examples. Oh my gosh. Started looking at this quite a while ago. And the first time I went through this was like, it's taking me back to high school and my college math. And mind you, people, I started out as a pre-engineering major in college, and then I went to switch to accounting. And so I was a math guy, right? Math was my forte. But even me, the first time I looked at this thing, I was like, what is going on? I had to get used to, different products have different ways that they calculate things, and they explain all this, kind of, but you got to figure out how to do these calculations. Okay. So to become Compact by Design and to figure out how to develop a product that can get the Compact by Design stamp, you got to know how to do these calculations, and you got to understand their system and their unit efficiencies and their thresholds and all that. Okay. So I've gone through this with existing products and gone through it with products that we haven't even sourced yet. And so, because you want to make sure ahead of time, if you haven't sourced your product yet and you haven't manufactured it yet, you're in control of the design of a product when you're getting it, when you're going to go have it manufactured, right? You're going to tell your supplier, your manufacturer, hey, I want the product, the ones we were looking at that you gave me samples of, they kind of had the big bottle, right? But that's only half filled. I want you to shrink that bottle down and put the same amount of stuff in it, okay? You got to know how much you need to shrink it down based upon how much is in it. And that's what these calculations are all about. Amazon's telling us, if you have this much usable units of this type of product in that bottle that's this size, it has to be at least this small of a bottle with this many units in it in order for you to beat the threshold and get the certification. So you got to calculate all that out ahead of time. Okay. So it's kind of like that face right there, like, what? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. All right. So I recommend getting some help. Get some help. First time I was doing this, I got some help from my old math brain, but I had to get the math books out, and I really had to get some help by reading thoroughly and go actually talk to a close contact at Amazon, and they kind of helped get me tuned into exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I had to reach out to some Amazon coaches that not everybody has access to. All right, okay. So second way to get Climate Pledge Friendly certified is one of these many other certifications that Amazon's program approves of, right? And there's 36 of them at my last count, as you can see here. And they're adding them all the time. Okay. When I first started doing the Climate Pledge Friendly certifications, there was fewer programs than this. There was fewer stamps on the page here that I could choose from. All right. So some of the common ones obviously are the fair trade certified. There's the made safe there. There's 100% carbon neutral. There's organic, USD organic. So if you get any one of these certifications, then you can get the Climate Pledge Friendly badge, right? So you can imagine if you're starting to develop a product and you haven't even chose it yet, how do you know if you're going to get one of these 36 if you're brand new, right? That's a good question, because there's 36 of them, okay? There's 36 of them. I don't want to overcomplicate things for you, but really, you just need to determine which of the 36 certifications you could easily obtain while you are researching your product. Or you could obtain certification after your product is launched, right? And as I said, I don't want to complicate this for you, but it is kind of complicated, okay? What we do is for any given product idea, I will go through this matrix that I have here, and I will check off where my product may pass for one of these certifications. So how I guide us through the product research phase, which, by the way, we're looking for products in the same places. By the way, there's a bonus posted on the concierge page of my 5 secret places to discover products to sell on Amazon. So we're looking in those same places, including those 5 secrets. If you want to go see a walkthrough and an ebook at the same time, a video walkthrough of me going through the ebook that I provide you, where I go and look in 5 secret places that I use, and they're not uber secrets, right? But they're my secrets that I put together and use all 5 together. Okay. And then come out at the end of that, a very short video walkthrough, come out with a brand new product idea that I didn't know before, going through the exercise. So you can watch me go through that, follow along in the ebook, and that's really useful. So we still go look for products the same way I've been teaching how to do it for quite some time, right? But now we've got this extra component in there. Not only do we have to just look for products that could be successful for us, successful meaning profitable, people want them, and it's not overly competitive, okay? If I can find a product that does that, then I can win on Amazon. All right, but now I got to find a product that is profitable, people want, is not too competitive, and matches up with that Climate Pledge friendly badge, right? I want something that I can get that badge on it. And I either get the Compact by Design badge or one of these other 36 certifications. Now I put the Compact by Design, that's the first badge listed there on the left in these really small words. Anyway, so this is a whole matrix. This is a performance matrix. And it's a tool we use in product research. And I actually teach people how to use a tool when they're doing their product research, especially when they're doing their product innovation. You can make performance matrices for anything really that you're doing research for, if it involves a lot of different choices and a lot of different components of any given choice. Okay, so this is just a way to deal with all 36 certifications and get it on one page and figure out, okay, what should we go after as far as one of these certifications so we can get our product certified with the Climate Pledge friendly badge. Okay. So in the end, you're getting at least two different certifications. First, you're getting one of the certifications that include Compact by Design or these other 36. You're getting one of those. And then with that one you're getting Climate Pledge friendly certified, which gives you two actual certifications. And now on your product pages, on your website, on everywhere else, you can put these certified Compact by Design and Climate Pledge friendly. Certified USD organic, Climate Pledge friendly, right? Okay, so going through this whole matrix here can be quite tedious, but we can help with that, right? So I suggest you get some help. Okay, that's my big suggestion. So that, in a nutshell, is the how to get Climate Pledge friendly certified. And I discussed coming up to today, why we want to get Climate Pledge certified, why is it going to matter to us? Okay. And then why we want to get it. And then I talked to you today, just to explain how we get it. Okay. So you got to do the calculations. You got to get certified in one of those other ones. That's how it comes to be. Okay. You got the Compact by Design, with the calculations, or with one of the other certifications. They have all their own calculations and ways that you pass and get those certifications. And then ultimately, when you get those, then you can apply to Amazon for the Compact by Design. Now, what I'm going to shift gears here to you right now is, as I've already posed to you, it is difficult to get the certifications as well as the Climate Pledge friendly badge. It is also difficult to make the stream of selling on Amazon and turning a side hustle into a big money maker, right? One of the biggest money makers on the planet when it comes to side hustles, and you can turn the side hustle into full-fledged business. It's difficult to get that done without some guidance, right? And I'm always telling my clients, it's something I figured out on my own over the years, and that is 3 things you got to have to make it happen, okay? And we're talking about, you're here watching this masterclass this week because you obviously wanted to know how to start an Amazon business, and you probably wanted to know how to do so and be climate friendly in your activities, right? To start making a difference on the planet, but to do so while making a butt ton of cash for you and your family. Okay. That was the whole goal here. That's what I'm kind of here for this week, for you in these hours of training. Okay. So, but the 3 components that I say drives every single, like you can look at any successful endeavor, any person who's successfully launched a business, the 3 components that they have focused on and have kept with them all along are these 3 things. Mindset, okay, map. You got to have a good map to go by. I introduced you to the Amazon Selling Blueprint a few days ago. And muscle, okay. The muscle is being able to take the actions that you need to do, that your map is telling you to, being able to take the actions every single day to get it done. to get whatever goal that you're trying to accomplish to get to that goal. Okay. So the setting of the goal, what you're going to do, and how you're going to keep at it every single day without getting discouraged, that's the mindset. What you're going to do, that's the map. Okay. What do I got to do to get there? And the muscle is how you're going to do it. The tools, the actions you're going to take, that's the muscle. Mindset, map, muscle. Okay. And a little bonus training I just gave you. If you make sure you have all three of those things in every endeavor that you take on in life, and you will win. Okay. As long as you've got those three dialed in and you keep them dialed in. Man, I've been amazed how over the years, just that mindset one, gosh. And I teach in this program you're seeing on the page here, the Amazon Selling Masters. I go through multiple lessons on mindset. Okay. And especially how they pertain to forming and building an Amazon business. Okay. So I'd like to introduce you now to that program that is my 6-month coaching program for people like you who may want to get their hand held through the process. Okay. And become an Amazon selling master. Are you ready to become a master? You better be ready. If not, you're not ready to become a master, then just shut down the video right now. Okay. Well, maybe just check it out. Maybe you can see what being a master, someday when you're ready to become a master, if you watch the next few minutes, you'll see, what it would take to become a master. Okay. So maybe don't shut off the video yet. Of course, I don't want you to shut off the video, but also don't want you doing anything that you don't want to do or that it doesn't seem right for you. So if you're not wanting to master everything I just talked to you about in the last 4 days, and you don't want to hear about an awesome program, and I'm of course biased, but I've been told by many through their results and through their comments and their discussions with me in private and discussions with their families and everybody else, that this is a great program. If I don't want you to sit through this if it's something that's really not something you're looking for. Okay. All right. If you're not looking for help, then if you want to do it all yourself, then by all means. Okay. So I'd like to invite you to go to masterprivatelabel.com/masters, or you can scan that QR code right there. It'll take you to the a site that'll tell you all the information you need to know about the program, right? I'm going to go through some of it right now just to really get you tuned in, so you can hear from the guy himself. I'm the one who teaches this program. I coach through this program. And so I'm going to tell you what it's all about. Okay. So stick around because I'm extending a huge bonus to those that do stick around. Okay. So just bear with me through this. I'm going to share this awesomeness with you and what it would be, what it's all about to become an Amazon selling master, and what it entails and what you get to learn and what you get out of it. But I'm going to give you a huge bonus at the end. And when I say huge bonus, I'm actually going to give you a bunch of bonuses, but then there's going to be a huge one at the very end. Only people who have tuned in to the end of it, because the only way you can get it is if you tune in at the end of it, right? Okay. Welcome to Amazon Selling Masters. You are embarking on a unique journey towards realizing your dreams of becoming one of a few Amazon selling masters. This program from Master Private Label was specifically designed for you, the willing and ready Amazon seller. Okay. So when I say on that page that it's a unique journey towards realizing your dreams, that's what this is all about. That's the whole purpose of my program. Okay. It's to help you get to your dreams. We actually, one of the first modules is all about determining what those dreams and what your goals with your Amazon business are, right? It's one of the things we dive into right out of the gates. After kind of some introduction, some foundational learning in my foundations module, then we go right into setting your goals, right? What are your goals? And we're going to match up everything we do from there on in the program with you reaching those goals. And we make them, not everybody has the same goal with their Amazon business. Some people want to come in here. And so if you are one of these people, then this program is for you. Okay. If you are somebody who's working a full-time day job and you're just looking for, you have a couple hours to burn in the evenings, but you're looking for some extra cash, and maybe a potential for maybe someday having a big exit from Amazon, let's say, and being able to sell your business 5 years from now, right? But for now, you just want to earn a little bit of extra cash. You've got a little bit of a nest egg put away, like maybe you saved up a few bucks in cash, and you want to invest in a business for yourself, invest in you and your abilities to start a new business, a side hustle, as they're called nowadays, in the evening time, okay? This program would be for you. Maybe you're retired and you've done about all of the painting you can. You have reorganized your entire, 2 back rooms. You got a craft room now that you're totally putting to use, but you're kind of burnt out on quilting. Maybe you have an old list of old projects that you had made before you retired, and you've got those done, or you've crossed them off and said, I don't want to do those projects, but you want to supplement your income, or you want to have your own business bringing a passion project or bringing an earth-friendly product to market, then this program could be for you. Maybe you're like I was in 2014. You haven't just gone back to school after decades away. You finally finished your degree. You think you know what you wanted to do. You would know what you want to do with your life after you got out of college, after you got your degree, and you didn't. You got there and you didn't. And then all of a sudden you had a new family come along. All of a sudden you got married and you had a kid, and you realized it was going to be your only chance to be a dad. Okay. That's me in 2014 when my son was born. I immediately, started thinking about it, in 2013 when he was growing in the womb. I started thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a dad in charge of the future and the each and every day of this kid's well-being and of his life here on the planet. And I'm also in charge of the future of all of us who come thereafter, who he will impact or not impact. The ways that my kid gets to impact the world, some of that, that the foundation for that comes from me and my parenting of him. So it started to dawn on me really quickly. I was reminded of something I decided when I was a much younger person in my, in my teens, when I decided I wanted to have children someday, and I wanted to have children, and I wanted to be the best dad I could be. I knew that for decades. And then when I was 40, we had Kodiak, and then I really had to put it into action. But how was I going to do that? And I got to thinking as I was stuck over in a town an hour and a half's drive from here for days on end, because that's where I worked at the university. I was not at home. It's really hard to raise a kid and be there for your family if you're not physically there. And that was me. I was physically elsewhere, and I wanted to be there with my family. And I definitely wanted to be there when my kid was born. And so I immediately had to figure out what I wanted to do as far as career goes. How was I going to make money? How was I going to support my family and be present? And that's when I fell into, when the idea of this FBA business fell into my lap. My good friend Nate brought it to my attention on his iPad one day. And I'm like, what? FBA? I don't have to do any of that work. All I have to do is focus on the product and the brand, and Amazon handles the rest of it, and I make cash? Dude, I'm there. I am so there. And I can do this all from home. So that's, if you're that person, okay, if you're in that situation where you want to do things differently for your family, for you, and you're ready to take a leap, maybe you've got some money saved up, or you've got, maybe you've already got, a couple $100,000 you inherited from somebody. I don't know, but maybe you've already made the commitment in your mind to do things a different way. I don't want to work the day job anymore. I want to do something full-time for myself. That's not going to be full-time work. Okay. I don't want to trade my time for dollars. I don't want to work 40, 50 hours a week for somebody else and never get more than a $2 an hour raise every year. I don't want to buy into that old paradigm. I've talked about this in the past, and I have a video actually that explains my theory on this. But there's the old paradigm, which we operated on for hundreds of years, possibly thousands of years, right? If you depending on what culture you look at, where we would go work so many hours in the day and get paid so many dollars for each hour we worked. Okay. That's how my parents did it. That's how my grandparents did it. That's how a lot of people do it still today, right? About 97% of people in the United States work for somebody else. So there's that paradigm. And then, there's the new paradigm. And that started to take a shift in recent decades, but especially in recent years. Some of us are tired of working like that, right? It's like, I've always been a dreamer my whole life, and I've never liked that first paradigm. I've worked in it, and the longest career I had working that first paradigm where I worked for somebody else, the longest career I ever had was about 4 years. I just couldn't deal. It did not jive with me. I eventually would find some way to move on to something else, right? I didn't know for the longest time that what was happening, but what was happening was I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. I'm a guy who wants to solve problems for people and for the world. And in the process, do so and get rewarded based upon what I do, not how many hours I work. Okay. I want to call the shots. I want to be able to pick it up at whatever time of day I need to pick him up. I want to take Tuesday afternoons and go fishing with my kid. And I don't want to have to go check in with somebody else to get the time off or have them tell me, which happens so often. No, you can't have that time off. You've already used all your time off for the year. You got 7 days this year to take off. 7 out of 365. Take out the weekends, 7 out of a couple hundred days you're working this week. We're going to let you take off. And you've already taken all those off. Now we get the other 193 days out of you. You can't take any more time off. The balance just never seemed right to me. It never seemed right to me. Maybe if you're working in some other country or you're working for a good employer, because they are out there, then you're getting, 30 days off. Maybe you're getting 60 days off. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic. Maybe you're loving your day job. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic. But maybe, just maybe you're like me and you were like a square peg in a round hole every time you worked for somebody else. So if you are that guy, if you are that girl, that gal, then this program, Amazon Selling Masters, could be for you. Okay. I wanted to kind of clue everybody in as to who this could be for. All right. In case you were wondering. Okay. In case you were wondering. We walk through in the program. It takes about 6 months to go through the program, and you learn everything you need to know, and you do it all to get a brand off of the ground that is focused in on what you want it to be focused in on. You are choosing your ideal customer, and you've picked the niche, and you've now developed the products through, research, through data, and you've chosen, validated, and innovated products to go in that niche that are going to succeed, right? And you get to launch products at whatever speed you want to, right? Now, I say you should, launch whatever speed. I mean, like however many a year you want to go with. So if you're a part-time worker on this business and you're only working an hour or two a day, 10 hours a week, then, you could probably get your first 2 products out in the first year, right? If you're working full time, like I was when I first started here, I just dove head first in, but that's how I do things. I'm kind of weird that way and kind of crazy. And it can be very disastrous for short amounts of time. If you're diving in head first, you're working 60 hours a week to start on this thing, or 40 or 32, whatever, then you could launch, 3-4 products in your first year. And then you could go on to add, really dial things in that second year and really start crushing it quicker, right? So part-time, full-time, doesn't matter. This program guides you through how to do that, how to get to the end goal of having that brand of products that you're passionate about, that makes a difference on the planet, and that makes a difference to your family with a lot of money. Okay. Who am I and how can I help you? I welcome you to read this. Go to the Amazon, to the website, the link, the QR code. Read a little bit more about my story. I shared this early on in the masterclass, but this is a brief synopsis of that. And I just welcome you to go read that. I'm not going to go through that right now. But being my own boss was the key up there. And I kind of just explained where I came into selling on Amazon, right? If you want a little bit more of a personal touch on that, I might put up a video in the bonus section on the concierge page where I share heart to heart, kind of my story, my exact story of how I, all the details of how I came into selling on Amazon and how I came to be where I'm at today. I decided to share that. People asked me about it over the years, and I decided last March or so, I actually recorded it, and I might just put that up in the concierge page. So, all right, in the program we go through in your next 26 weeks, from the point you start the program, I go through the Amazon selling blueprint. This is the results of my work over a decade, right? The Amazon selling blueprint is the 7 phases of selling on Amazon, selling your branded products on Amazon. Okay. Plan, research, source, then manufacture, then we list, we launch, and we scale. Okay. So you got to plan it out, and we got to research it, find those products, find that niche. We're going to source those products, and then we're going to manufacture those products. And then we make our listings and our images and write the copy and do the keyword research. And then we launch. Okay. We launch in a 4-phase launch approach. Very important. Launching is just not the day you launch and you're done. It's 6 to 8 weeks of focused, laid out ahead of time, a plan laid out ahead of time. It's a focused approach. Okay. And it coincides with the algorithm on the Amazon.com platform. We do everything by the book, and the book being the Amazon catalog. Okay. And that catalog is ran by the largest, what some would say probably the largest, most complicated, and most secret algorithm on the planet that determines which products succeed and which ones don't. Okay. So we make our launch process, that 6th phase. In fact, everything leading up this is all based upon the algorithm and what it's going to like, and what it's, what we need to do to provide it what it likes so we succeed. Everything is based on that. Okay. Especially in that launch phase. All right. In this coaching program, you will be guided through the Amazon selling blueprint I have spent years and countless hours and dollars and tears to create. All right. So this blueprint here, you can see down there, those are the main modules, right? And they're the components under each phase. Okay. We will journey through the 7 phases of selling private label on Amazon, just as I explained. There they are. Okay. And we have our map, right? That's that first component I told you about, the map. Now, where's the muscle? Now, I told you a little while ago where the mindset comes from, and that actually comes from there in the plan phase, in the trainings that we go through. Part of the plan phase is getting you tuned into the right mindset. Okay. So we deal with mindset early on. One of the first things we deal with is mindset. You can see that second, in that lower right picture there, that second module down is all mindset. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons under mindset. All right. So that's that part of that map thing right there. Sorry, that's part of the mindset component of succeeding at this, selling on Amazon. All right. So we have our map. Now and we have our mindset. Now where's the muscle? All right. This program has 3 components that give us the muscle. Remember, the muscle is the how we're going to do this. How are you going to learn, and how are you going to execute how are you going to learn how, and how are you going to execute the starting of your Amazon business and the launching of your first product and your brand in a way that's climate friendly and hyper focused on the customers that you're wanting to provide for. Well, here it is. The program has the classroom, and it says, with decades in experience teaching and workshopping, your master coach will always present a focused but fun learning experience. And if you can attend live, catch the replay. If you can't attend live, catch the replay. So the classroom, the library, which is loaded with 7 collections based upon those phases, right, of selling, and hundreds of training videos and tools and worksheets and checklists and resources, and on and on and on. The amount of all the tools you need, you're given in the library. And then finally, the community. I've been asked, why I coach one-on-one and why I do the master's program, which has a group coaching component to it. And at first I was reluctant to do the master's program style of group coaching, which every week I'll just tell you that the classroom is a classroom, right? Just like when you go off to school, through grade school and on high school and college, you go to classrooms. You're not just learning with the teacher one-on-one, you're learning amongst a group of people. And I really, when I sunk my teeth into the fact that the extra things that come from the bonus learning that comes from being in a classroom setting or in a group setting, it almost outweighs one-on-one coaching. Now, I believe there's value in one-on-one coaching and classroom or group style coaching or learning, right? So the advantages of being in the classroom or the group is that as you're workshopping through your product idea, or you're watching other people workshop through their product ideas. And by the way, everybody takes an oath and they swear on a Bible not to share that idea with anybody. And you'll learn as I teach you that being so worried about someone else stealing your product idea, if it's probably not something they're going to be passionate about as much as you are. And there's 355 million products in the catalog. You think that taking, one more of your idea is going to matter? No. And I've worked with thousands of sellers and their product ideas. I have never ran across two sellers who have either stolen an idea or are working on the same idea at the same time. I've found them that were working on similar ideas in similar subcategories within a niche, but never the exact product. And that is astounding to me because I've worked with tons of sellers and their product ideas. Okay. All right. So being able to workshop and hear a different perspective on your product and get input, that's something that can only happen in a classroom or a group setting, right? Getting to look at other people's products and things that they're working on and give your input on that, you get to help them. And in the process, you're actually getting a chance to teach them what you've already learned, which they've proven that when you teach something, it improves drastically that thing that you're teaching in your own learning mind, right? It helps you learn even more about it. And it helps you seal it in as making it being able to remember long term. So in other words, if I were to get with you on a call one-on-one and just talk at you to teach you about, looking on Etsy for a product idea, you would get some of that, right? And you would retain some of that, and you would remember, only the things that resonated with you at the time. And you'd have to go back and check the training video and, but if you're in a group and we're all talking about looking on Etsy for a product idea, and you've now watched, you're watching one of your fellow classmates, one of your fellow master students go through the process and looking at their niche on Etsy, and they're looking through finding a product idea, and you're able to come in and tune in and say, hey, might I add, hey, you know what? There's another niche that is a lot like this one where you may be able to sell this same product over in that niche to those people as well. So you should probably go look in both those niches on Etsy. Just by bringing that out, and it comes out naturally because it's some knowledge you already have that you're bringing to the table, that you're bringing to the group. Just by bringing that to that person, then you're going to, what other niches should I be looking in when I'm looking at my product idea on Etsy? And my niche on Etsy, is there other sister niches to it that I can go find more product ideas in and find who my ideal audience, my customer is? That wouldn't have happened if you were just if I was just teaching you the materials and I was only sharing what I had to share in that given class period and in that given one-on-one coaching time. Okay. So there's advantages to the group model for sure that aren't in one-on-one coaching. Now, obviously in one-on-one coaching, there is the advantage of me being, you being able to work one-on-one with your coach and really get down to all the details, and you get all the time of your coach for whatever hour you're with it, right? You get their 100% focus. Well, what's cool about this program, and one of the bonuses, and a couple of the bonuses I'm going to give you, is that I give you both in this. You get one-on-one coaching and you get the group setting. Okay. So that's kind of the classroom. The library was the training and all the tools, and the community is where there's some community that happens in the classroom, but it also, the community, you don't have to go at it alone. You'll have a private Facebook community of peers. You'll also have a private community that's not on Facebook. I do it in Google groups, and you'll be able to contact and work with everybody in your group. For instance, an example of how working within the community really can help you is I had one of my group members recently, actually. He got a hold of me because he's able to contact me with any questions and get my help, my one-on-one help 6 days a week, right? 24/7 for 6 days a week, or 24/6, 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. I answer questions and help anybody in the group with whatever they got going on. He contacted me and says, "Hey, I've fallen behind a couple of weeks. I've got this major thing going on with my family. I have to do this thing. I've had to get it done, and I had to take on an extra job in order to make it happen. And so I'm tied up. I've been tied up. So I'm a little bit far behind. I'm a little ways behind the group. Is there any help for me?" And I'm like, "You should reach out to your community. In fact, you should reach out to this person in your community. Let's call her Gina. You should reach out to Gina and ask her, because she just finished that component that you're wanting help with. And I bet she could really help you." Bob, who was reaching out for help, actually contacted Gina, and Gina is now helping him. And I think he's even flipping her some bones, paying her a little bit of money, but she's getting to learn even more about how to help. I mean, how to do this thing that she's doing for Bob. She's sealing the deal with her learning on it, because she's getting to do it for him again. She did it for her own products, and now she's doing it for his, right? It's just a small piece in the process there. He's actually helping her. She's actually helping him find a supplier. Okay. Because it takes some work, takes some time, and takes some time late at night sometimes to find a supplier quickly. But anyway, she's helping him with that. And so she's getting even better, honing her skills even more. So it's helping her, helping him catch up. It's a win-win. That can only happen in the community. I can't step in there and do extra for Bob. I don't have, the time. That's not my purpose. That's not my job. That's not what I should be doing for people. I connected him with Gina. That's what I'm here to do. Okay. So the community is a big part of this program. It should be a big part of any program that you're paying money for or that you're getting into. Okay. If you want a successful part of it. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be successful with it. Okay. So the classroom, right? The Amazon Selling Masters classroom. We do a weekly video call. And everybody participates in that video call that is there and present. Everybody, mics are on. Everybody can share a video if they want to. You don't have to share your face if you don't want to, but we can all share screens. We're all involved in this classroom experience. Weekly video call. Deep dive recap on the current lesson is you get like deeper recap from me. And a dive into the training that you may have watched the training videos for before coming to class. You get hot seats for coaching students on actual progress. So we may be looking at Bob's product that he has decided to go with, and he's validated. And I might be saying, okay, show me your validation on that. Let's make sure you've got it validated properly. And we get to all be a part of Bob showing us how he validated it. And if he gets stuck along the way, I help and the other classmates help, right? We got a live Q&A, obviously, after the teaching and after the hot seats. You get your action assignments handed down to you that will prepare you, whatever phase we're in, it gets you to the next stage, get you to the next level and the next class, okay? The replay is always available within 24 hours, right? And so if you missed the classroom session, you can go watch it, okay? Of course, you didn't get to be involved in the hot seats or the discussion or the live Q&A, but you can go watch it. Okay. So you can really be brought up to speed on whatever we're working on that week. It comes with a class notebook, right? And I use Microsoft OneNote. I've been using it for years. And the class notebook includes the call agendas, the class notes, checklists, and other resources, right? Okay. The community. We talked about the community, the community real quick. You can, and I kind of explained how the community helps, but you can ask questions of your peers. You become accountable, right? You can reach out to people and actually take on some accountability partners. I'm really happy and joyous every time we get on a new call and I hear about my students who have been working together in the community out of the classroom, right? They've been meeting after class. They've been having study sessions, It's kind of just like going to college. The ones who succeed the most are the ones who are getting together with their peers and their fellow classmates after class to prepare, to learn more, thoroughly what we're working on here. You get to become accountable, right? You get to reach out to your coach in the community. You get bonus opportunities, such as Gina's doing some things for Bob. I think she made a little bit of extra cash doing that, and she got to learn more, right? Selling your product. When it comes time to launch, you're going to need people to buy your product and give it reviews. And now, I'm not saying that we should be having anybody who's associated with us give us a review on our product, because that's against Amazon terms of service. You can't. Well, what's against terms of service is we can't give them incentives to leave us a review. Okay, so there's kind of some fragile ground that we're walking on there, but I guide you through all that, But you can ask anybody to buy your product, friends, family, anybody can buy your product. And to have extra people to ask to buy your product, believe you me, when it comes time to launch, the more people you can have buy your product at a certain time in a certain way, it helps you make the algorithm happy, and it helps your product succeed more. Okay. You can grow your email list, which can get you reviews, because there's things we can do to play on each other's groups of people. And that's all I'll say about that. Okay. You can stay up to date with Amazon news, right? In the community, you get to stay up to date with Amazon news, because I'm constantly posting things in the Facebook group, for instance, that are related to, new things that are going on in our industry. All right. That's the community. I talked about the classroom. Now the library. Okay. The library. This houses all of your training materials for the Amazon Selling Blueprint. Okay. Remember, we walk you through all of those 7 phases and all the modules and all the lessons underneath them. That's all part of the Amazon Selling Blueprint. The library houses all that training. Okay. There's new lessons added every week. I share tools like spreadsheets and checklists and sample docs. There is a lot of tools that go into there that I hand out. They come along with the right lessons along the way, and they're the tools that you use to get the job done, right? I got my product ideation and extraction workbook. We call it the PI workbook. That has everything to do with product research. Okay. And I've got cool spreadsheets set up in there, and I make them easy for you. If the word spreadsheet makes you want to go and run away, don't worry. Okay. I've taken all the tough part away from you, so you don't have to worry about dealing with learning how to create or how to use a complicated spreadsheet. I keep it as simple as possible. That's why I created these tools over time, because I needed something that was simple for me to replicate and to have my people in my brand team to be able to do research and everything else that the workbooks help us do, that the tools help us do. I had to create those so other people could use them easily, right? Not just somebody who's good at spreadsheets. Okay, so don't worry. They're very useful, and they're a crucial part of the journey. Okay. So those tools are in there. Okay. So here's kind of the process of how the library, the classroom, and the community all kind of feed together, right? And it all starts with the Amazon Selling Blueprint in the upper blue bubble there on the upper left. And it depends just where you're at in the process. Depending on where you're at in the process, you watch weekly trainings in the library, and then you attend the weekly group call in the classroom, in which we're going to review the learning. We're going to have the hot seats, and we're going to assign homework. Okay. And it's the one on the bottom there. I can't see it through my. My gosh. I'm sorry, I can't see the bottom. There's this box over it. I can't see it. Hold on, let me see here. Give me a second. You guys take a drink of your tea, your water, your soda, your beer, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. While I find my way to that slide without having to. Okay, so replay. Gosh, replay. All right, so review, hot seat, assign homework, and replay. You can watch the replay of the classroom if you don't make the live one, okay? All that kind of can be supported, but when you reach out to the community, you can watch the replay from the community, you can search the library, and you can ask your coach, right? Now, all that, the library and the classroom feed into taking action on your business. When you go through the lessons and then you go to the classroom, then you're being guided to take the proper action on your business for that week. Okay. This is not a high level. Here's how you do it. Here's what it means to be an Amazon seller. Oh, here's the products that we found over here that this brand is doing so well with. Look at all the revenue they're making from this. Look at all the money you could be making with your Amazon business. No, this program is all about, here's what you got to do next. Here's how to do what you got to do next. And now here's an assignment where you're going to go do it next. Okay. And we string all those actions together through the program. You learn how to do them and then you do them. String all that together. And at the end, you've got it all done. Okay. You have made it across the finish line with an awesome niche that you believe in, that's going to make a difference, full of fantastic products, data-driven, customer approved, and audience buying products that are going to grow your brand over time into the success bringing entity that you are looking for it to be. Okay. This is all about taking action and making this happen. All right. Holy cow. There is no greater thing you can do with your life and your work than follow your passions in a way that serves the world and you. I shared this one before and I share it again because, Richard Branson, he says it all right there, right? This goes back to knowing your why. Remember that? You got to know your why. That's where you got to start. That's the mindset starting place. All right. I cannot wait to dive in with you. Please be patient and visit the resources often, as you will notice new content arriving with each passing week. This is, if you get in the program, this is for you. Together, your Amazon brand becomes a reality. Build your brand and find your freedom. See you on the inside. All right. So do you want to get on the inside? Do you want to get in the program? Gosh, I've watched so many webinars through the years, and where they come out with their sales pitchy stuff. And when I was creating this masterclass, and especially the last half of this last day, where, dudes, this isn't sounding sales pitchy because it can only be pitchy if someone's trying to make you do something that isn't the best idea for you, is not the best opportunity for you. So if this is sounding sales pitchy to you, and it sounds like it's a bunch of hype and a bunch of crap that you don't really need, then it probably should be, you should probably listen to that voice that's telling you that. Then this program is probably not right for you. Okay. Because what I'm doing here and what I have to do, because my goal in life is to bring learning and action to people who I can help, right? To be able to make their way across the finish line and make their dreams come true for them so they can have a better life on the planet. And so then they can in turn go out in the world and make the world a better place for me and for my family and my kids and my relatives and all my friends and all my peeps across the planet. I'm kind of selfishly motivated in this, but this is not about selling you something you don't need, right? This whole thing and my whole Amazon Selling Masters program and the Masterclass is all about teaching you how to sell on Amazon and make a difference doing so, because I know what it can do for you as a person, and what it can do for our society, and what it can do for your family, and what it can ultimately do for all of us. It's my mission and it's my dream as well as my required purpose that I have to bring this to you. Okay. I have to bring this to you. I had to create these programs because that's who I am, right? This is part of who I am, is making sure I do the best I can with the time I'm here, sharing what's worked for me and helping others accomplish some of the things that I have that have brought me the most joy. Okay. And I got to tell you, I'm about to finish this live stream here in a few minutes. It just happens to be a Sunday right now. Okay. And I'm going to go spend the rest of the day. Well, first I'm going to go get something to eat because I'm starving. Oh my gosh. I'm going to spend the rest of the day. I'm going to go have food probably with my kid and my grandkid. And then we're going to spend much of the rest of the day going fishing. And then tomorrow, Monday, I don't do any coaching calls at all on Mondays, folks. And I get to decide that because this is all me. I get to call my own shots every day, right? And so if I get to call my own shots to get to do what I want to on Mondays, don't you think I'm getting to call my shots when it comes to what I'm bringing, what I'm choosing to spend all my time on and do all the training and do all of these slides to show you what I'm offering? Don't you think I got to choose to do all that? Do you really think I would choose to do anything that was pitchy or misleading or wasn't going to do what I say I'm going to do? Like, that just sounds like agony to me. And I know there's some folks out there that's what they're all about, and they don't even realize they're all about that, but they're just about making that dollar. Well, got to tell you folks, I would not be, I would be spending a lot more of my time growing my brands if it was about making money, right? It's not about making money for me. Yes, that's a fringe benefit of doing anything I do. And it's definitely a requirement of what I need to get done so my family can have the lifestyle we want. And so I can spend those Mondays and those Sundays and those Tuesdays and those Decembers with my family, doing what I want to do when I want to do it. But money is not the driving factor here. It's making that difference and serving my purpose. That is. Okay. So that's my pitch on being pitchy. Hopefully this doesn't sound pitchy. If it does, maybe it's not for you. All right. Bonus time. If you sign up this week for Amazon Selling Masters, I'll give you these bonuses. Lifetime access to the MPL Academy. Support 6 days per week. Let me back up. Lifetime access to the MPL Academy. So what's the Academy, Patrick? Well, the Academy is a whole bunch more training videos, tools, how-tos, methodologies, resources. Over time, like you're going to have the training library from the Masters program, right? You're going to have that. But over time, there's new things added to the Academy. And there's a lot of things in the Academy that aren't in the training program that are that you get access to. Okay, you get access when you sign up to the Masters program, and then you continue to have access for life. Okay, bonus support 6 days per week. That means I'm here for you. I talked about that. We use project management system where I'm here for you 6 days per week, and like I said, we're using now Google Groups. If you were a one-on-one coaching client with me, you would be using Monday.com, which you may become a one-on-one coaching client of mine in addition to the Master's program. That has happened, especially after the program is over. I've had some people had such great luck and great results from being in the program with me, and they launched their product and they're doing so well. They want to keep me in the loop. They want to keep working with me moving forward. And so you can either go through the group again, that could happen, or you can hire me one-on-one, work with me one-on-one. You could also just tune into my master classes and the Facebook community and the lifetime access to the MPL Academy, right? But you get support 6 days a week while you're in the program for the 6+ months. You can reach out to me with questions anytime, 6 days a week. You get bonus lifetime access to the training library. Okay. I'm going to give you that. Lifetime access. It doesn't just stop when the 6-month program is over. You're going to retain access to that. So you don't have to worry about downloading all the stuff, making copies and doing whatever. You're going to have continuous access to that into perpetuity, as they say, perpetually. And then lastly, bonus lifetime access to the recorded sessions as well. So you'll have access to those classroom sessions. So you get permanent access to the library, permanent access to the recorded sessions. Okay. All right. If that wasn't enough, do you want some special bonuses? These ones are special because they're brand new. Okay. They're brand new, and it's just because I'm feeling a bit extra generous. I decided to throw these in there as well today. This was actually created this morning before I got on the live stream here. Okay. These special bonuses. Product, and actually they were created last night and then the master's program is up live right now. I sent an email out early this morning saying it was live, that you could check it out and you could actually get into the Amazon Selling Masters program. That was available a few hours ago, right? But these special bonuses were just created last night for this week. Okay. For this week. Product and niche evaluation call. Okay. Check this out. Prior to moving into the source phase and prior to you paying any cash out of pocket for your product, I will meet one-on-one over Zoom with you to review and perform a final analysis on your product idea. I'll provide final validation and innovative input for your product idea. Okay, just so you know, product research involves, planning, searching, validating, innovating. So I get on a call and we look at your product idea that you have determined that you think is good to go to move forward with. And I look at it and I validate it because I can do it quick and thoroughly. And things pop out to me because I've been doing this so long. I do an extra validation for you. And then I can really talk up, I can explain how I would go about innovating that product really quickly. Assuming it validates first. You got to validate that it's worthy. And we validate on profitability and demand. Okay. Are people going to want it? And is it going to be profitable? That's what we got to really make sure it's happening. And also not too competitive. But if we innovate properly, there is no competition. Right. Okay. So I get on a call with you one-on-one and we go through all that. So we make sure before you go and start finding somebody to buy this product, to have them manufacture it, then you'll know ahead of time that it's good to go. Okay. Special bonus number 2, product listing review. Okay. When you're in the list phase, once you have your listing copy created, I will review for keyword and search term visibility, as well as for sales copywriting quality. All right. One of the most important things, in fact, the most important tangible component of a product on Amazon is its listing, which includes the images and the words, the title, the bullets, the description, or the A+ content. Everything that the customer sees at all points along the buying process, that's crucial. Like 80% of the decisions of what's being bought on Amazon are made from just looking at the main image, right? So I get on a call with you, or I look at your product listing that you've come up with and your images, and I give you my input on them and let you know if they're 100% absolutely great to go. We don't want them good to go. We want them great to go. Okay. And the last special bonus there, another call, a pre-launch call. After your product is en route, but before arriving at Amazon, I will meet with you for a 30-minute strategy call to review and plan your launch phases in order for you to obtain maximum velocity and sales during the launch. Every niche and every product is different because their customers are different, right? And your launch needs to be geared towards a couple things, but it needs to match up with how many sales you need to be getting throughout that process, and which keywords need to be focused on within your sales, and what customers, where to find those customers, where to focus your attentions throughout each phase of the launch phases. And so each product is different. So that's why I'm giving this special bonus, because I find I've decided it's going to be very helpful for those who are going through the planning of their launch. Okay. So we get on a call and I help you with your launch phases ahead of time, before it happens, before you blow it. There's something called a honeymoon period when you're selling on Amazon. When you first launch a product, you have a honeymoon period of 30 to 45 days. And if you don't maximize sales during that time and do the best you can, once you pass that honeymoon period, if you've blown it and have only got a few sales, it is almost impossible to recuperate and to get your product up to the top of the search over time if you're not there after the honeymoon period. You got to get there early on. The algorithm gives you a break because you're brand new, right? So you've got to act fast and take advantage of that special advantage, the honeymoon period. You got to take advantage of that and get as many sales as you can in the right places to the right people. So that's what that call is all about, to help you make that happen. Okay. My gosh. We're almost done here, folks. Register today and I'll give you $1,000. I'm going to give you $1,000 cash. How am I going to do so? I'm going to do so with a 20% discount. All right. This is, I'll just tell you, the cost of this group continues to go up. I started out, obviously, the first couple groups were, well, the first group was this price, right? And it was way underpriced, significantly underpriced, right? The second group, a little bit more. They're coming, and there's a fun place I'm going to land at, and that's because it's based upon the value that I'm providing. It's always going to be an uber value, super extra value, but I decided on this one for this launch. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys $1,000 off, which is a 20% discount. Okay. So if you go over to the Amazon selling or Master Private Label /masters, masterprivatelabeL.com/masters, or go to the QR code, you can check it all out there. You can see a lot of what I explained today and then some. I really go into more detail as far as what the program is all about and why you could benefit from it significantly. And then when you click into, taking that leap and getting into it, you'll see the pricing, and the pricing is based on where we're at on this launch of this group. I only do the group launch every few months. Okay. There's only a new Amazon Selling Masters program starting every few months. Because it's one-on-one, I don't launch them every week or every month. Okay. So you could only get in for the next 5 days, right? If you're watching this live, you can only get in for the next 5 days. If you're watching this at all, I'm only allowing this masterclass, and you may be able to purchase this masterclass video. So if you've purchased it, cool, awesome. You could only get in on the class during the time of the window I'm telling you right now when you go over to that site. Okay. So you'll see the price over there, and I'm going to give you $1,000 off that price. The way you get that is that you've watched to the end right here, because the only way to get that is at checkout. Enter the coupon code Masterclass20 and receive 20% discount. Now, this applies to the single payment or the 4 payment plans. Okay. So the single payment is typically $4,995. 20% discount is $1,000 off, basically. Okay. The payment plan, the 4 payment plan, you'll see over there on the checkout page, is the investment's a little bit more than the $5,000, and you get 20% off each payment. Okay. So that's the way that works. That's how you get your $1,000. So if you go with the payment plan, you actually get a little bit more than a $1,000 discount. Okay. So, all right. That's all I got, folks. That is all I got. And you can see here, you want to enter that coupon, Masterclass20. No matter if you're going with the 1 payment option there on the left or the 4 payments option on the right, no matter which box you clicked on there, you put that coupon code in there, Masterclass20, and it'll take 20% off of your payment. Okay. Real quick recap on Amazon Selling Masters. Day 1. All right. Before I move on to that, just to let you guys know, again, this coupon and the availability to get into the program is only available until through this next Thursday, October 20th, or if this is on a later quarter, then whatever the date says over there on the offer page and the checkout page, that's the last time you can buy this and get into this. Otherwise, you're going to be put on a wait list to get into the next round. So if you are ready to go and you want to get your Amazon brand and products off of the ground soon in the next 6 months, you want to get over there now, because this is going away in a few days. Depending on when you watch this, if you watch the replay, it could be going away today, right? So be watching your emails. I'll be letting you know as the day draws near to when it'll be no longer available to get into the next group. Okay, and then you can get put on a wait list. Okay, the recap on the masterclass. Day 1 was new opportunity knocks. I talked about the Amazon opportunity, how to get started and own a real business for less than $100, how to utilize fulfillment by Amazon to do the heavy lifting. I told you that one good product can sell 6 to 7 figures monthly, and you could sell your brand in 3 to 5 years for 7 to 8 figures. I also talked about the opportunity on Amazon to make a difference as you develop a climate-friendly business. You get that Climate Pledge Friendly badge, and to do so, you had to manufacture a better product. You had to get it to market in a better, more sustainable way. That's an opportunity right there for you to make a difference in the world, right? And do all these profitable things as well at the same exact time. Day 2, value your earth and value your business at the same time. Amazon on Earth, I talked about the carbon footprint and how huge it is from transportation and storage. Talked about doing something about it on Amazon. It's still in its infancy. We can be profitable, though. 0.001% of products are climate friendly on Amazon, which leaves a whole lot of room for us to come in there and really stand out, right? You can sell for a higher price and higher revenue and earn more profits, right? You actually have a higher profit margin. That whole, you can either do the right thing or you can make money. Remember, we dispelled that myth, right? We busted that myth. You can do both. In fact, we're doing both in business, no matter if you know it or not. That's how we operate. You do what's best and what's profitable. They're all the same. Okay. Customers want more climate friendly products. That's why we can be profitable, because customers actually want more. We realize that by showing you that Amazon is using their programs, getting their Climate Pledge Friendly badge. They are starting brands that are strictly climate friendly products, right? Amazon Aware. They're bringing their other brands in and making them climate friendly with the products that they're selling. Customers want more climate friendly products, and Amazon knows it. Day 3, make a difference and make money. This is where I talked about making a difference with your brand, with your products, and your business products, and your business practices. This is the how, okay? This is the how you're going to do it, okay? I won't repeat those, but they were for your brand, your products, and your business practices. They were all things that you needed to focus on to make your business more sustainable, to make that difference on the planet through your Amazon business. Okay. And day 4, tap into Amazon and earn big. And this is where I told you how to tap into Amazon's climate forward programs, such as Climate Pledge Friendly. And I explained how you do that by getting either the Compact by Design certification or one of 36 other certifications. And ultimately, if you want some help with that, you can get some help through the Amazon Selling Masters program that I explained, broke down for you, and gave you the bonuses. And don't forget about the discount code, $1,000 off. Don't forget about the discount code. All right. If you come to me after Thursday and you want in the program and you want the $1,000 discount code, it's not going to be there, folks. It's not going to be there. Okay. You could also get some help by reaching out to me. Go ahead and write me at patrick@masterprivatelabel.com. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have whatsoever. And I also have, I also help brands as a consultant get their products to be climate pledge friendly on Amazon. So if you are an existing brand of products out there and you need help with that, reach out. Okay. Opportunity awaits to make crazy profits, all while affecting massive change. Customers want climate forward products. Customers return to buy from the same brands, and less than 0.1% of sellers are earth forward focused. But that is changing, folks. You learned in this masterclass that you could be an early founder to make a difference and make your family's fortune selling on Amazon. I'm going to finish with this, and this, I was a guest on this awesome Triple Bottom Line podcast a while back, and the leader of that podcast, he asked me, or he told me, Patrick, you were the only one who is willing to discuss both the need and the how when it comes to doing this Amazon private label thing in a climate forward way. And I wish I had known where to find you before now. I'm not pointing this out because I wanted to be braggadocious or anything like that. I have learned by really diving deep in the research on how to be climate forward in our activities while selling on Amazon at the same time. By diving into that as only researchers can do, I dove into that in the recent year, and I'm amazed at how there is no other training materials or no other people guiding Amazon sellers how to not only be awesome Amazon sellers and really succeed with their brand of products, no matter what that brand of products is, whether it's earth friendly or not. There's no one doing that, and even mentioning doing it so in an earth-friendly way to deal with climate change through the products we sell, because of one of the most impactful activities on the planet is the production of e-commerce products. The production, the transportation, and the selling of e-commerce products, it has a really high carbon footprint. Okay. 40% of the planet's, or 35% of the planet's carbon footprint, greenhouse gases, are produced through transportation. Okay. E-com products, which Amazon.com is, they spend a lot of time on a lot of boats and a lot of trucks and a lot of cars and a lot of vans and a lot of trains. Okay. And that's all pumping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Nobody's talking about how an Amazon.com product affects the planet. And therefore, no one's talking about how to do it differently. Okay. That's what I just brought you into that world in the last 4 days, of training. That's what I brought you into. If you get in my Amazon Selling Masters program, I am like my students who are in there now, when we come to a day and they're scattered throughout, I'm always bringing the whole climate forward product thing into my trainings in there. But when we come to days where I'm really honing in on, okay, here's how we're going to work with suppliers and the questions we're going to ask them and the results we're going to demand from them to make them a more climate friendly supplier, to make sure they are before we work with them, and then to encourage them to do better while we're working with them. They're like, this is fantastic, because not only am I learning how to source this product, but I'm learning how to source it from a manufacturer who is doing better for us on the planet. And they get really excited. I see people get excited. And I know that is because we're slowly but surely starting to realize and give a shit about the fact that we humans are causing the sped up process of our climate warming, and therefore drastically changing, not for the better, how life is here on planet Earth, especially environmentally speaking, in the weather, and in our temperatures we're dealing with, in our forest fires, which all rolls downhill into costing us more for health insurance, costing us more for home insurance, costing us more for friends and family around the globe that are having to move, that are having to go hungry more. That's all as a result of our actions. And I think all of us are starting to realize, usually at home, that we're causing this. we're also realizing that we can do something about it. And so I hope you guys joining me here in this masterclass and in any trainings I do. You can go listen to my, you can hit that QR code and go listen to the Triple Bottom Line podcast episode where I talk about all this, right? I talk about the triple bottom line when it comes to an Amazon.com business, an Amazon brand. We're all starting to figure out at home first that we're causing this, but what can we do about it? What can I do about it, Patrick? I just showed you a way that you can do something about it and kick some major ass in business and come out on top. And to have a business that not only garners you millions of dollars as you exit maybe in a few years, and you earn money throughout the next 3, 5, 7 years, whatever, while you move towards selling your brand. But at the end of that, you can only make money, but you're making a difference, right? You're making a difference. And at the end of that, down the road, to have that business that your grandkids, when asked, hey, what did your grandpa do? Or what's somebody who you really look up to in life? And when they actually choose to say, well, my grandpa, my grandma and my grandpa, they were working for somebody else, but then they decided that in addition to that, they wanted to do something because you guys remember that, you guys, we've learned about it in school, how we really started to blow it and the climate was really changing and all these deserts started forming out of nowhere and things were blowing away entire towns and burning up. Well, my grandparents, you know what they did? They started a business that tried to tackle that problem. I mean, I imagine my kid and my grandkids talking about what I've done down the road. I mean, that just brings, because I know if they're talking about it, because I've talked about my grandparents and what they did, right? Some of what they did, I'm really proud of. I know when I talk about it, I talk about it because it's become part of how I run my life. The people we idolize and we look up to and that we admire, we end up mimicking them and trying to do what they did. So do you want your kids and your grandkids to mimic what you did and to want to mimic what you did? Or do you want them to be mimicking what somebody else did? Your call. When that light bulb came on for me, it was huge. And it's why I used to just teach people how to sell on Amazon. And I've been doing it for years. How to sell on Amazon, do it really well and make a lot of money doing it. That's all I taught. But when this light bulb went on in the recent year, and I really started thinking about legacy and what I was leaving behind, but what I was doing right now to make a difference and what I was going to leave behind for my kids and grandkids and everybody else who looks at what I did or who is left buying what I did or selling what I did. What do I want that to be representative of, right? What do I want my legacy to be? When I realized that what I do today determines that, I had to go with my Amazon.com teaching and training and brand building and growing and helping. I had to bring this climate friendly, this making a difference with our products and doing things a better way into it. All right, that's enough out of me. We are like an hour and 44 minutes in this one. I thank you guys for sticking around. Again, don't forget Masterclass 20. That's the coupon code. I will post up these slides and the video before tomorrow morning. You can go over to masterprivatelabel.com/masters right now to check out the Amazon Selling Masters group information. Click on any one of the take action buttons there and you can sign up and get going today. I recommend you doing it sooner than later because it will close here in the coming days. And again, depending on when you watch this replay, it may be closing today. So I will be coming here in the next few days with some additional training, some secret bonus training, I'll just leave it at that. There's more coming, folks. This concludes the official 4 days of training in the Masterclass. I so appreciate you being here. I hope this served you well, and I hope you guys go out and have a rocking day. And no matter what, let's just keep on moving onward and upward. Thanks a bunch. I'm Patrick. See you next time. every time with the mouse shutting off.